Good afternoon, everyone. Let me give a quick reminder. We'll mute ourselves. The host will be posting things. And if you have any further questions regarding the webinar, we'll take it in the last session where Q&A session will be held. Yeah, Dayanand, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Ramnath. Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Dayanand. So I'm the Chief Marketing Officer in the Metromind Software Private Limited. Ritesh, next slide, please. Yeah, thank you. And Ramnath, he is our customer relationship manager. He having the experience on the customer, the building of the activities, and he have marketing strategies kind of things. That's Ramnath Prabhu, and myself, Dayanand Holimane. I am the Chief Marketing Officer. So I have the experience of 5+ years of experience in the marketing strategies kind of things in the Metrominds. And coming to Ritesh Nujibal, he is one of the subject expertise in the Metrominds Software Private Limited, and he's one of the speaker about the webinar and the topic. Yeah, next slide, please. Yeah. So about the Metromind Software Private Limited, we are since from 2018, we are in the industry, and we are specialized in the software development as like a website, a web application, and mobile application development, and as well as we are taking care of digital marketing also. So coming to the, we are the expertise in the in-house technology is in WordPress technology, HTML, PHP, and Munstack technology. These are the technologies we are doing the in-house for the development process. And coming to the in the mobile application also, we using of the technology called Flutter, as well as iOS and Android applications. We do the in-house technologies. So coming to the point of the like what we have in the industry, in the why the customer will come for the service, in the sense we are the credible experience in the industry, as well as an adequate resource in our organization, and we have the transparency, and we are transparent in the what we are doing the services. Those are our the entire the billing of our customer things. Yeah, next slide, please. Yeah, as well as I told the customers as in the India, Norway, Dubai, and USA. These are the our countries we are working together, and in India we are closely working with the Flipkart, Big Basket, Brookfield Properties, Baldota Mining Groups, Indian Institute of Science. Apart from that, we are in the Bangalore segment. We are working in the Bangalore Exhibition Center. One of the it's placed in the Bangalore itself. That's one of the major client for us in the Bangalore segment. Yes. So this is about our organization. And coming to the Ritesh, he is the speaker of who gives the information about the profile building activities. So he'll be taken care from here. Mr. Ritesh, over to you.
Thank you so much, Dayanand. I guess my you're able to see my the video is on right now, and also the screen of the webinar session. So I guess it is very much clear for you.
Yes, Ritesh.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dayanand. So thank you everyone for joining. First of all, it is Sunday, I know, but this session can make us really, like, we'll be getting a lot of inputs from here, and we'll also have a discussion later after the session, so that like we'll get to know what can be done, or what is your specialization, and how can you do marketing by your own. So the main reason why we have made this webinar is just to make sure that if you see the industry or the medical industry, it is rapidly growing for now. And you could also see that over the years post-COVID, you could see that there are so many people who are searching everything online. They are searching in Google, maybe they are searching in Instagram or Facebook or all the social medias, even in Google. If someone is a patient, he would definitely go, or if someone has some disease, or he needs some awareness in terms of the symptoms or anything like that, he would definitely go for Google, right? So if I say, especially in Bangalore or any other tier 1 cities, uh, uh, people would rather not spend a lot of time with their neighbors, but they spend a lot of time in their office and everything. And when they come across a certain disease or anything, they would definitely Google and search for the best hospitals or best doctors or best physicians nearby. So it is important for us to be a brand ourselves. We should make sure that we are easily approachable and we are very close to them. And also by giving them proper information, we are basically being connected to the patient or your respective client. So that's what is the main reason for this webinar, where I'll be going towards the strategies or the plan, what you can do from your side without having any digital marketing team, or basic strategies, what you can implement from now on, so that you are also one of them who provides information in Google. And you are also like people would recognize you and also would come to you because you are in the search interface or in internet. Okay. So the main idea or the concept is bringing the different dimensions together. That means we want you to be a brand itself, and to become a brand, we have to be having a very good, strong media interference, and through that we can generate a lot of prospect or patient prospect in our goal. So that's what the main scenario of this webinar. So if I tell you the overall idea, so if you see the recent overview can basically give you a lot of information. So the global internet, if I see, it is rapidly growing in India because of free internet usage, and like you can use the number of GBs in a day. So earlier, if you see, we were basically scratching a Airtel card or something for 100 MB or 200 MB internet. But now it is not the case. People would rather spend a lot of time, and then everyone has a Wi-Fi or internet in their house. And internet usage is very cheap in India compared to other nations or across the world. So, but still, if I tell, like, many people are searching in healthcare, but the information what is in the Google might be more technical towards the normal patient, or they will not be able to understand the technical aspect of it. So I would say, like, if by any chance, if us as a doctor, if we are able to portray or send or put those information in Google in a very simple way that like everyone can understand, that's where a branding comes in picture. That's where people would trust us. So that is the main agenda. So this is whatever the searches which is basically happening in the medical sector or healthcare sector. There are so many people, more than 60% who are searching for clinics, searching for dentists, searching for hospitals, nursing, and everything. And you can see everything is above 50%. Okay. So if I tell you how do we proceed or how do we start, I know many people right now here in the webinar has that information, has that basic information of internet, because now internet is evolving so much and we are also spending a lot of time. But let me give a small idea, or this slide is mainly towards a small idea of how the goals should be as a doctor. So definitely a primary goal should be in order to build a strong patient base. That means the surrounding, I would say, like, we have a lot of family doctors, maybe in terms of different special doctors or any special in terms of specialties. But we have to build a strong patient base wherein which if they have any issues, they would kind of call us or they would come to our clinic. That means they are keeping a trust on us. So it is very important for us to build that trust towards the local community. That means within our surrounding. Okay. So why I'm basically stressing about this local community is that people who have some critical issues or things, people would rather, definitely search for someone who's very close to them, or the specialization within the localities, but they'll definitely not go and serve within or across the cities or across the borders. So that is very important for us to understand that first thing is the surrounding. Wherever we have a clinic, wherever we are working as a doctor to any specialized hospitals, it is very important that we are building a trust within that community. Next is, in order to achieve the goal, what are the challenges? So the main challenges would be like we have to reach the potential patient. I would say someone who's having a cancer, he might need a specialist, or someone who's having any I mean, bone related issues, or they would go for an ortho, or someone who want a dentist. So reaching that particular patient is very important. It is not that we are reaching everyone, because we can target everyone, but I would say like a few issues or few diseases or few of the concerns are a long time issues that they need continuous medication. So reaching that potential patient is really effective. So first thing what we need to understand is who are our potential patient. So this is very important. We need to understand who is the one who we would like to reach. Okay. The next is very important. That is, even if we want to reach that potential patient, but if I see the local community, we might come across lot of healthcare providers who are doing the same. So the point is, how do we stand apart from that? How do we stand strong from the rest of the people who are basically in the healthcare sector? So these two are the challenges. So you can note down or you can write in a paper that what is your goal, what is your specialization, and then you can also understand what is my challenge, how many hospitals or clinics are here. But trust me, if once some patient come to you, if they start trusting you, I have seen my grandmother, my aunts, even my mother, she used to go to the same doctor, even if I tell them to reach out the other. That's the trust. People would look in with the doctors. Okay. The next main thing is the target audience, as I've always mentioned. First thing is our local audience or the local community within our area. That should be our primary goal. Next is we have to target that specialized or particular specialization where in which that people who are seeking for that medical services. Okay. The third most important point, I know people we target or we have an idea like we have to reach those specific people, but there is something called as age range for any of the health. I know you guys will be knowing better than me, but it is something like this. If we want, if you are a pediatric specialist or a pediatrician, then definitely you know the age sector who falls under pediatrician. The next is the infants to teach. If you are into gynec, you know who are your target audiences or the people. You know about the gender also. So we need to specify what is our goal, what is the challenges we come across, what we may face. So that might be a generalized challenges. Who are our target audiences? What is my specialization? What is the age? And what is the basically gender? So this is the start for any digital marketing idea for us. So if we note down this, I guess most of our issues are solved because we will be knowing about how to take this forward. So this is more about the statistics flow. So let me not get more deep into this, but trust me, like there are more than 77 percentage of people in the internet users. If they want to start their medication journey or their patient journey, they would definitely prefer Google. So that's how Google is important nowadays. Okay. And if I tell you about the volume of how many searches are happening in Google every day or every minute, it is more than 70,000 across the world. And you know about considering the population in India and the growing internet, then definitely there is a lot of chances for us to get in there and reach more people very effectively at a at a very minimum time. Okay, so this is about Google search, but let me stress you about one more point called as local SEO, that is search engine optimization. Okay, so Google search, whenever people are searching for, if we want to locate ourselves, that is where we generally call as SEO. That means physician or family doctor nearby. If I'm searching for that, definitely I would get the nearby doctors and nearby doctors who have already written some blogs and so many other things that I'll come to that later. But there is something called as local SEO. That means very simple. It is Google Map. Whenever we are trying to reach a place, you want to reach Mysore or you want to go to Bangalore. From Bangalore, we would definitely prefer Google Map, right? Or if you want to go to any restaurant, we would definitely prefer Google Map. But there you will also see that there are reviews. That is important. There is website, there is phone number, there's appointment options, there is products, there is any newsletters, when our clinic will open and close. All these informations are there. But trust me, this is not just an information giving Google, location specific Google Map, but it also gives it also helps us in reaching more people more efficiently. So if someone is searching like me, locating some a name of a place, for example, a physician or family physician in Sakar Nagar or Hebbal, if I'm searching, definitely for me the first thing would come is Google Map. And in Google Map, the second most thing as a patient I would search for is for the reviews, is for the ratings, and is for is for the timings. So these three things are very basic. And next thing is, can I take an appointment for them? Because I might not be knowing how many patients would be there, so I don't want to spend a lot of time there. So the third most thing is like I want to see if there is a website or an appointment option. And the fourth most thing is the call. So can I try calling them or something like that? So these things would be searching. Okay. And there are like many people now who are searching in Google Map. So Google Map, if we are working on that, if you are updating everything on time, or if you are giving an option for people to basically review, so these things will definitely boost our appearances in Google at most of the time. Okay. So if I'm telling you about all these factors, so I've already told you about Google Map, how helpful it is, and also I've told you about the appointments that can be done within a website. So if I tell you about website should be very easy to navigate, which has phone number, which has booking appointment option, and a few service information. And if possible, we can also provide a testimonial. So this four thing is a very basic thing for any website. But now, if you are a doctor who are very much specialized, or you are going for a lot of conferences, your name is in the press, your name is in the news and everything. So I guess that's when people should recognize you anyhow. So that is where we might need to put those information or whatever the events or the press releases which is happening in the website, so that people will get more trusted. So they will trust you more than what you have, what they basically see with the normal website. That's how it is differentiated. And in order to do SEO, search engine optimization, or I would say very simple, to come in the first page in Google when someone is searching, without not even by your name, but maybe through understanding about the drugs, the diets and precautions or symptoms. Then we might need to write blogs, which is very simple. I would say when maybe during COVID times, we had a lot of information were going through. Some might be a fake, some might be a real information, but there were a lot of people who were having an anxiety issue just because of that symptoms or approaches. They do not have enough knowledge, but definitely people would search for that in Google. Now, if we are writing any blogs that is relevant to the diets, relevant to the precautions, might be around 100 words. That's very simple. Or a root cause for any particular disease or your specialization. That's where people will get more information, and also Google will recognize all those types of content as a valid content, and that Google will also try to push that blogs or information which is present in a website in the search console itself. So when people are searching for like fever symptoms or cancer symptoms or anything like that, then definitely we have an equal opportunity to rank ourselves or showcase our website in the first page, where people would start reading the blogs. They will understand about the precautions or the root cause and everything. And then definitely they will approach you because now they feel that you are very much specialized and you can definitely give them more information. That's how it is. But trust me, it is not like a one day step and from tomorrow people will start coming to us. But it is a process where, like, within 3 or 4 months, you will start to know about the result. People would start recognizing you when you are in Google. That's how effective it is. That's what this third point is. That is regarding the press release, as I've already mentioned. So about the press, if you have any awards, people are starting recognizing you. You are in some any other trust or anything. You are doing some CSR activities. That's where you can also implement within your website. That would help us. A couple of example I will also give you with respect to the website. It is okay. So let me show you an example. This is like a very okay. I'll show you starting from a very basic website that would help us, I guess. Okay. So the first thing is by opening a very basic website, which has only few information about so about yourself, maybe your specialization, give them some other information. So I'll open one of the doctor's website. So this is very basic website. So it will give you an information. You can basically state your information, what you're specialized in, what you're trained in, and everything. Make sure all the photos are more trustworthy and the real photos and your specialization. Then you can mention about your certificates, if you are into any memberships, your and other information that is important. And your specialization, those informations you can provide. And maybe apart from that, you can also give a proper appointment kind of thing within your website. So only this much would do the job if you want a basic website. But moreover, it is not about the website I'm speaking about, but it builds a trust for any people when you have a website. That is the main motto here. But if you are recognized, you got some awards and everything. Here also they have some achievements and everything that will be given. Basically, when that is the case, you can basically give more information about the events. You can see the events. If you have attended any events, you can inform about the press releases, whatever you are, if you are into any newspapers or all those things. If you have written any books, very are also blogs. You can write any blog. So that is where people would trust you more, or from a basic website to the advanced website, people would start believing you more, and they get more impressed by the blogs or your writings, stating that you're basically giving them enough information to start their meditation journey. So they'll definitely be your first preferences. Other than that, if I show you about the other websites which is available, so few websites which we have done as for now. So you can see about a few more information that is kind of blogs and drugs. Now, what do you mean by drugs? This information with relevant to the medication, the tablets, or some other information. So also blogs is mainly into symptoms. And the reason or when you have done this kind of thing, so you can see about the various information they are providing, natural dietary resources and all these things. These are the common things which people would search for, but maybe in a different thing. So within the website or within the blog, we are basically giving that sufficient information, maybe in terms of specific keywords, what normal people would search for. So because of that, we are making sure that our website is shown in the Google at a very good place. Okay. If you are running a hospital, definitely many of them might also use Practo. So you can see that there is an option where booking of an appointment, or you have hospital, multiple people are in your hospital, then definitely doctor's information is very important. I've seen a lot of people coming to a specific hospital uh, uh, by just considering the uh, name of the doctor. By knowing about the doctor, they would come for. So their first preference would be the doctor. Because of the doctors, their hospitals will be coming down towards the hospital. There are many cases that way. So it is important to understand, as I've told you, what is the local audience, whom we are targeting and everything. Whenever we are free, let us write a blog, a small blog within the website, and that would do our job. Not going more into towards that. So that's how we can build a trust with the people, and that's how we can really get into depth and giving more information. Okay. And the next important part is, I've told you about the Google My Business, right? So it is like Google information, and we are giving an information with respect to the My Business account, local keywords, the website, and all those things. So how do you do that? So I'll show you in the next slide. Okay. So I guess someone is, I have tried unmuting yourself. Can you please mute yourself? That would be helpful. So, so as I've already mentioned, so you can see there is a Google My Business, a website, and SEO, which I've stressed. But this is Google My Business, or as simple as that is the Google Map. You see the reviews. People would start searching for the reviews, the phone numbers, the photos of your clinics or yourself, so that people would start building trust. So this is just an overview or an image, but if I tell you in depth how that will really look like, okay, let me come to that part. So here I'm not taking any example of a doctor, but our company itself. So if I'm searching for a website development company in Sakarnagar, I would see my page, website, and also I would see my profile or a Google map. That is what I'm telling you. Like, if we are searching anything relevant to whatever we are doing, if people are searching for that, we would want to place ourselves in the first page. So in business, I've seen the next most important part people would look for is the ratings. How many years, maybe when it opens and when it closes. Okay. And the address, is that nearby to me, and all those information. So people would search for this, and that's how like people would recognize. So there's something like this. Even I can show you a few more information. Like if I'm searching for digital marketing companies in Sakarnagar, we will also be showing this. So basically, people would also get to know about the company, the internet. So similarly, people would also search for a specialization. That's where people would search for, and people would see their reviews and come to you. Okay. So if we have done this, what are the advantages what we get? You're just seeing the website, you're seeing the direction and name and everything, right? But on the other hand, in the back end, we would also be getting information of how many people have visited the website or searched us in Google Map recently. So this information, you will definitely get it in your performance list. So that's the benefit. So I'm showing you here the result, maybe in terms of what February, July is. I'm mainly, if I'm telling you very particularly on Sakarnagar and everything. So I could see the information here. So it's loading. So there may be somewhere around 989 interaction that has happened. And how did they do it? How many of them have have searched us through Google or in desktop? This information we will get. So I've seen, like, we have seen Google Map in the front side, but from the back end, we can understand how many people are searching us in Google Map, how many people are searching in Google searches. You could see, and as you can see, there is two things which is very important. I've told you in the slider. That is, one is Google searches and one is Google Map. Now you can see that there are so many people. And now, how did they search? In what keywords they have searched? So you can see that also in the right side, in what keywords they have searched. And you can also see how many calls they have done over the period, how many messages people would try. I know there are very minimum people who would search for messages. Bookings, very few people will do for a company like us, but For doctors, booking is very important. People would do for it. And how many people would search for directions for a particular thing? And if we have a website, we'll also know that how many people are searching for our own website. So we are basically reaching those audiences at a very shorter period of time. From Google Map, we are able to understand how many people can basically has their information. And from the backend for us as a doctor, we will also understand like what people are searching for. And because of by understanding these keywords, we can write a blog, very simple blog, to make sure that we are again coming in top. So that's how it works. Uh, uh, so whenever we are trying to do it from a Google Map, I know most of them have the Google Map information, but try understanding the analytics behind it to make sure that like you're having that, make sure that all the information is filled within that. A website also plays a major role here, because you can see there are a lot of people who are also searching for websites over the period. And this is just a website click in Google Map, because ultimate goal for anyone in Google Map is by calling, seeing for the direction and reviews. But apart from that, people would also click on a website. So that's how it works. Okay, so you can see all their updates will be coming across, asking for the reviews, and you can see this, you can utilize this link and make sure that you will be placing in your clinic, so that someone who are satisfied with the medication you have given, those people will also fill that information. So that is important. So coming to this point, there are some other things like advertisements and all, where you'll spend few money in order to do that, but it is not recommended from my side, because personally it is better we provide a useful information. People will come from that useful information rather than spending which is useless for that. Okay. So this is about Google Map and Google My Businesses, and the website, how it plays a major role. So whenever we are trying to do that, make sure that we are coming at the first. So I'll give you one more example of targeting entire town or cities or something like that. These are all advertisements, but you can see that these four are advertisements. Okay, so you can see there is sponsored. That's what I've told you. Like, you pay for Google and rank yourself in first page. But if you're writing enough blogs, if you're working something on SEO, you can make sure that you can come to the first page or in the first line. That is how this is our company, which is in the first rank. That would help. So now who's searching for a PPC, that is advertisements, they will come to us because we are in the first place, and people would start searching us, or people would basically get more information. Similarly, if I tell you about the other informations and everything, so it is surveys or services or all those things, will make sure that our pages are coming here. So two things we should make sure that we are there. One is when people are searching randomly to the entire Bangalore, if the people are searching locally like Sakanagar, Hebbal or anything where our clinic is located, that's where Google Map will come, and Google Map will basically give them more information. Okay, so that's what you have in Google My Business. Okay, so next is a very beautiful session. Let me not take you a lot of time, I guess. Okay. So the next is the social media. As you've told, yeah, website is there, Google Map is there. But this is where people would search and then come to the website, or people want some remedies or medication. That's where people would search in Google. People would search in Google Map. But social media doesn't work like that. In social media, people do not search for it, but the way we write or way we display our content will attract those people, and they'll come across. So you might know about Flipkart or Amazon or anyone. You see that if there is an offer, I guess today there is a prime offer in Amazon. Similarly, like you see a offer which is shown in Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, we basically get attracted to that. And we search and we say, okay, आज हम कपड़ा ले लेंगे और बट्टे और कपड़े. I mean, maybe you start purchasing something because of the attraction. So in social media now, for any doctor, this plays very good role, and people start engaging on your social media content. Now, as I've told you, what should be the content? Same thing as that is there in the website. That is giving them information with respect to the remedies, the precautions, the issues, whatever the socially we are facing, maybe in terms of any disease, or sudden there is a virus, or there is fever, or family physician, how to take care of their child, relevant to gynec, psychology, or anything like that. We can provide an information that should be like 20 or 30 seconds, maybe in terms of video, or maybe in terms of images or a design. We are giving them an information within our website, our social media. So which are the social medias? As you all know, Facebook and Instagram plays a major role. In Facebook, literally nowadays, you have people who are about somewhere like 35 years who are basically engaged in social media. About 35 years. And if I tell you about Instagram, it is mostly in terms of teenagers, maybe starting from 10. Nowadays, we also see that the Instagram page of little babies also, the parents create them. So create in Instagram pages. Similarly, like you have an option, you can think of what is your age category. So Facebook, definitely 35 plus. And if it is Instagram, it is more than 14 plus, or 14 plus to 35 is the age range where people would engage. And another social media or another platform, which is mostly into business driven platform, that is LinkedIn. LinkedIn plays a major role. I know many people would have been in LinkedIn. If not, please try create an account in LinkedIn, where in LinkedIn, we find a lot of professionals who always speaks about businesses, who always speaks about growth, technology, health sector, the products and anything. Now, how do we basically enter LinkedIn? Is that like we give them almost all the informations about whatever the achievements and everything you have. LinkedIn provides all that opportunity to put all your information, achievements, your degrees, certificates, and everything. And more to that, you start sharing content in terms of write-ups, or you start sharing content in terms of creatives. Now, people get attracted there if the content is really valued and people start commenting it. So the opportunity here is not patient, but opportunity here is, since we are giving an awareness on LinkedIn, people would recognize you, and there is an opportunity there where they might call you for a press conferences, they might call you for a webinar or any other reason. So that webinar or conferences again will help you in your website. So that is where we are connecting the dots. We are connecting website, the social media and everything. As I've told you, in Facebook or Instagram or in YouTube, make sure that content is very trending, and more than trending, real life issues for people like us where we will get more information. So I definitely I'll not tell you how you can create Facebook or Instagram pages. It is very simple. You can find it out, but make sure that content which is placed in Google or Facebook or Instagram, irrespective of how creative it is more into information when it is a medical sector. Similarly, that happens in LinkedIn. Okay. So as I've told you, whenever we are making creatives, or whenever we are sharing a health tip and everything, how do we strategize our content? It is very simple. We need to tell a story in any creative. That is important. So how do we create a story there? Maybe in terms of content, the success stories. How was it? Maybe a story that giving an example names and telling that because of what they have done, they have got these diseases, what might be the symptoms, what they come across, and this type. So make sure that when like people like us would involve more in cinemas, watching movies and everything. So similarly, whenever we are developing creative or a website, we'll make sure that it has some story there, which is very much related to your specialization. Maybe you might not be able to share the patient stories more often. You cannot share the patient images, but you can definitely share information on behalf of them, their name, maybe how it came across and those things. So make sure that any image or contents will be a mix of text and images, the videos, infographics, and everything. Make sure that like we are very much consistent. Like in a week, we may write maybe 2 or 3 days. Let us write only 3 days, or let us write a 20 letters like what you do in Twitter. Maybe that is the case. But try to make sure that we are writing once in 3 days if we have done it, or every day if we are starting. I mean, we are writing any content or we are uploading anything. Let's make sure that we are uploading it every day. Once you start engaging in social media, you come across an idea within that. There is something called as hashtag. People would share their content if it is really good. Nowadays, you can see that this is monsoon and people start traveling there, and traveling videos are getting viral. Similarly, if there is any symptoms that come across, when this the kind of content which we are posting, that content slowly will reach the proper people or the necessary people. So if I don't have any issues, but someone is having an issue, we are showing up a medication and everything, information, many things that might be helpful for them. I'll try to share it. So while I'm sharing it, we'll also notice who's the doctor behind it, who have researched and were given this information. The other part is very interesting. That is networking and collaborating with the other doctors or other medical hospitals or sectors or whatever it is. That plays a very important role. If I have a followers of around 10,000 or 5,000, okay, someone else who's very much specialized, they are very new to Instagram. Maybe they have only 500 followers. If she or he has very good information, let us try collaborating with them, and moreover they will also get a lot of I mean, people would recognize her or him, or also parallelly you are able to share valuable information with the audiences of your own. That's how we can strategize ourselves in social media. Social media is very simple. Try to write something, try to give information what you have in a very layman's language so that everyone can understand. That is how in social media it can be done. So the different ways of social media, as I've told you, this is Instagram. Many will know about it. LinkedIn or Facebook. Let us try to post something. Okay. So a few examples, as I've told you, LinkedIn, since it plays a major role. So you can say that like the LinkedIn profile, something looks like this. Make sure that like your cover page or images are giving an information, a short description of yours. You want to mention about it, and also you can maybe basically give a link for the appointment. Try writing the content. That's how you can do it in LinkedIn. Similar in Facebook, Instagram, and vice versa. So that's how social media strategies is. This all are an idea, a basic idea how we can basically reach audiences, reach people. And website plays a major role. Google My Business plays a major role. Social media, where apart from we targeting the one who are really in need. If you want to create more awareness for people, that is where social media comes. Also, social media and Google plays a different role. Okay, so how do you build the content or strategies? I've already explained you towards the LinkedIn or social media and other things. So giving some example of when you are continuously writing a blog, maybe in a week or 2 or 3 times in a month, what might be the result? I'll show you a real-time example of our client. Okay, so let me not explain very much there, but this is called as search console tables. That means whenever we are searching something in the Google, right? So we have an admin authority, or from the backend, we can able to see like how many people have searched, how many times we have come at the first place, how many things we have shown ourselves and everything. Similarly, what I have shown in Google Maps. So this is the total impression. Impression means we have come across in the first page. Now, it is patients or it is client's decision if they need to click. So this is the number of clicks that has happened. And this was this is the data of one of our client, but you can see within 7 days, if we are able to reach around 42,000 of people in Google, I'm definitely sure that cannot be done through your the paper insertions or pamphlets or flyers or anything, not even over a phone call, but we are able to reach so many people. Now, if you're reaching so many people, I'm telling you like 1% or 2%, even if it is converted, you can see the numbers who have visited the website and seen. So now people who definitely know about the doctor because they have searched so many times and searched these many clicks. And now if they come across with any issues or any concern, the first thing they would see is getting into their website or calling them. That's how we are building the trust. Okay, so that's what it is. So this simple dashboard from the backend, I'll not get more in technically, but I'm saying like the total number of people they can see and how many clicks that is happened. You can see 1 or 2%. And if I say about the rapid growth of 6 months growth of how it gets viral at a shorter period of time or taking it forward, it is very massive. Okay, so if I tell you about the reach or the people you are seeing initially, so the previous 6 months, that means maybe the early, like the late 2022 after July, if the total click was somewhere around 3.61K, that is 3,600 people have clicked on the website because we were there in the first page. And the total impression, we were in the first page, but like somewhere around more than 3,78,000 times. So that is more close to 4 lakh in 6 months. But if you say, because your content is increasing, because we are literally writing the blogs all more often, maybe thrice or 4 times in a month, it is almost 3 times now because we have that blogs already, the older blogs, and we are writing also the new blogs. Now you can see from 4 lakh to 1.2 million, that is 3 times. Into 3 times, we were able to reach the people. And instead of 3.5K clicks, you can see in last 6 months, the clicks have reached somewhere around 9.3K. That means we have reached thrice the people what we have done. And definitely within next 6 months, again, this will increase because I've already told you per minute, there is around 70,000 searches, which is happening globally. So that is an advantage of someone who's doing SEO. Now, these are the people who have clicked or have got an impression are the one who had some issues. And that is the reason they have searched. Okay. This is not a social media result, but this is a Google result. But if you say about Google social media, it will be more than this, definitely, because if we are writing the content, we are giving the content more often there, because there it is easy to get viral because it is a simple content where everyone will understand, and we are not targeting at people. It is just a content which gives them enough information. Okay. Similarly, if I tell you about the clicks and the sessions and everything, this is called as Google Analytics. How many people are live at present who are watching the website and all this information you can see in the right side. So let me not get more into this. We can also see from which area, how did they search, what did they search and everything. And we can plan according to that where we are standing. If we build this strategy, right, within 6 or 7 months, I'm very much sure that we can attract more patient within our local community, within the area, maybe 5 to 6 kilometers from your area. And also we can reach more people, attracting more people within the city. If you're very much specialized, I'm sure there is no boundaries across India. I've seen many people coming from Delhi, Kolkata and everything, reaching Bangalore from Bangalore for some specialization and everything, as you already know. So this makes an opportunity. We need to understand our boundaries. We need to understand our the age sectors and everything. How do we reach the audiences? What is the content we have to do? So I'm not an expert saying what content you can do it, because your specialization is on your expertise. But I can tell you, like, if we do the content, how can we reach? So I guess that information is I'm able to give you, and that's what I've given you totally now. Apart from this, if you really have a specialized hospital, you have a hospital, you are creating an awareness campaign, you are working for any trust, you have you want to reach more people at a very shorter period of time, not like 6 or 7 months, within 1 week. That is where you can run an advertisement. But I often do not prefer running an advertisement because we are paying something to Google, but we can definitely do or reach more people even without paying to Google, right? That's how we can do using social media or search engine optimization. That's how you can basically target the more audience, and that is a plan. Thank you very much. So, on an overview, it is very important for us to be on Google Map, try to increase the reviews, try to get more feedbacks, and the other is reaching the website. The third most, creating the website, creating an appointment, and the other part is in social media, creating more awareness. At the end of the session, after this session, you'll also be getting a ebook on how this can be done and everything. So thank you. And here now it is a question and answer session where we can have a interaction about how this works out. If you have started anything, you want some suggestions, or you want to know more about these things, you can have a discussion. We will have that. Over to you, everyone. You can unmute yourself, ask your questions, or you can also messages in the chat where we can definitely reply you. So yeah, this is question and answer. Anyone can ask any question. Any questions in the chat box? Let me check that.
Ritesh, this is Salome here. You showed the console, right? The Google console.
Mhm.
Is the admin people maintain, or how individual people can also check it?
Individual people can definitely check it. So admin in the sense, if you are a doctor, I can also, I mean, if someone is maintaining your SEO activities, maybe companies, then definitely they can share you a credential to your email ID also, where you can also see. Okay, but if you're doing by your own, you can also see then. But there is some specific code that we have to implement, which we will get it in the console, that has to be implemented within our website to make sure that we will get that information. Yes, you can also see it. Yeah, it might look much a bit complicated when you see here in the console what I'm showing you, but once you get into that Google page and everything, definitely you'll get more information there once you start. So you can also see it. It is easily understandable, man. That is not a very tricky one.
It's
But
a paid one, is it, or how is it?
no, it is a free one, ma'am. See, Google is giving us, but in order to reach the activities, if you are doing particularly some things are like reaching the more audience. No, it is completely free. But the services, if you are doing it from the any of the agencies and everything, they might charge you because of the SEO activities they are doing, or basic SEO activities apart from logs.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Any other questions? Anyone? A very basic question also I would like to answer. You have anything over that? Maybe in terms of or your specialization, how you want to create a content or something. We can also have that discussion. Or you can also text us in the chat. I would help you. You want to show any other slides? The old slides I can show you. You want some detailing in terms of analytics console, I can also show you, or any social media.
How is that? Anytime I search anything, always Amazon is on the top. I mean, is it that they pay a lot of money to get to that spot, or how is it?
You're speaking about Amazon, man?
Yeah, Amazon website. Anything I search, Amazon is on the top recommending.
Okay,
First or second.
maybe you're searching something like a product or something like that, right?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
just, yeah.
Yeah. So the first thing is, like, if you're searching like that way, there is two things. One is Google advertisement. They will pay and try to make sure that they are in the first place. Okay. The second thing is they will be doing SEO so that they are ranking better from the other people. Their major competitor is Flipkart, is Myntra, and they want to cite them, and they can. The target would be like either Flipkart or either Amazon will come to you in the first place. That is the main reason. Is like you are searching for few relevant keyword, and for that relevant keyword, people are working on paying advertisement to Google. The other thing is they are writing blog, they are doing SEOs for whatever the keyword you are searching. If the keyword whatever you are searching is relevantly the same keyword for which Amazon ranks, and definitely that will be shown in the first page. Similarly as that of a doctor, that you can do it.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? anyone would like to have anything? Definitely after the end of the session, we will also be sharing the session record. So, and also we'll be sharing you feedback. So you can always, and I'll stay for 1 minute from now, maybe till 3:57. I was having a plan of 3 to 4 session. Maybe you people have liked the session already, or you have any concerns over that, you can also put that in the feedback box. Yeah, well then, I guess, thank you for joining the session. I guess this session was really useful for all of you. Any other concerns, you can always contact us. You have the phone number, you have the website, the mail ID, which is shown in the screen. You can contact, and I'm always there to help you. So we can wind up the session. Dayanand, you can have, or Ramnath, you can have a closure call.
Yeah, thank you, Ritesh, for all the doubt clearing sessions. And thank you, doctors. I hope all your doubts are cleared by Mr. Ritesh. If you have any more doubts or regarding social media or how to build your brand, please don't hesitate to contact us. With that said, let's wind up this session. Thank you, Ritesh. Thank you, Dayanand. And thank you all doctors and people who are in healthcare industry who attended this webinar. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Happy weekend.